Assalamu alaikum everyone, my name is Keely Maryum. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm sharing my favorite Islamic books that have really helped me in my revert journey and that I hope may be able to also help you as well. So just a quick disclaimer, I don't think that these books are great for people who are just starting to learn about the religion. I think that when you're learning about Islam, it's important to know the basics before kind of diving into these books. So with that, I'm just going to begin, and this is in no particular order. So the first book I have to share with you is actually one of the most recent books that I've read. And so this is called Reclaim Your Heart. This is one that I've seen so many people talk about, and for good reason. It really deepened my understanding of Islam and of a lot of concepts in Islam as well. It is a very short book and it's divided into very short sections as well. I think maybe the longest ones are probably around 5-6 pages per section. So I think this is a really good one to pick up just whenever you need it and just read like a short section of it. This is one that I know I want to reread in the future sometime. So there are some common themes that it talks about. So it talks about attachment, love, hardships, relationship with the creator, women's status. This is honestly probably one of my favorites that I've read. Another recent one that I've read just this last Ramadan is Lessons from Surah Yusuf. So this one basically is just kind of what it sounds like. It's just lessons from this surah, and it kind of goes line by line and breaks it down. I really thought I learned a lot from this about the story of Yusuf and about this surah. So the next two books that I have to talk about, I have not yet finished, but I was really enjoying what I was reading of them so far. I just thought I would share them because I think that they could be valuable as well. This one is The Divine Reality, and this was another one that I had started during Ramadan, but I did not get to finish it. I was very busy with school. This is a little bit more of a dense book that I think you really need to be able to engage critically with, which is with all of these books as well, but this book especially because it talks a lot about philosophy. I'm pretty sure the author is a philosopher himself. It's not too hard to understand for laymen, but it definitely does require a little bit more effort to read it, I think. And I just kind of haven't really been in the headspace lately to pick this one up again. So I'm just gonna read a quote that I have tabbed here because I thought it was really beautiful and maybe it'll interest you guys. God created us with a profound purpose and preferred us to most of his creation. We have value because the one who created us has given us value. I just thought that was really beautiful. Then I have The Stories of the Prophets, peace be upon them, and this is by Ibn Kathir. I think that's how you say it, I'm not sure. It's been translated. He's a well-known scholar. And so Stories of the Prophets is basically just exactly what it sounds like from the title, which is just stories of all of the prophets. So it begins with Adam and then goes to Jesus, peace be upon them. And I think it goes in chronological order, I believe. I think this is just a really good read. I think I probably got maybe 100 pages into this one, but this is another one that you can just kind of pick up whenever you feel like it and just read a specific story or whatever. This is one that I would like to get to soon. I might actually save this one for next Ramadan though, so I think this would be a good one to just read like a story every night. The rest of the books that I'm going to talk about I don't actually have physical copies of, but I do think that they're worth mentioning. So I read Ibn Taymiyyah's essay on the jinn and I did really like that. It's really just a bunch of information on jinn. That's pretty much it. I just found it very informative and very interesting as well. I know that jinn are a topic that a lot of people have a lot of interest in, so not only is it interesting, but you also learn a lot as well, and I just really enjoyed it. And it is translated into English. I don't know if it's translated into other languages. Possibly one of my favorite Islamic books is Patience and Gratitude, and so it just goes in depth about the concept of patience and gratitude in Islam, and so it really showed me just how deep this concept is, and so it's a lot deeper than I initially understood it to be. It's packed with so much information, and I think this is one that I would like to reread in the future sometime, and it's one that I thought it was so beautiful as well, learning about this concept. It is a very beautiful concept to begin with, but once you realize just how deep it is, it just becomes so much more beautiful. And so one book that is obviously different, but I feel like this list would be incomplete without it, is The Clear Quran. This is an English translation of the Quran. It really did help me in the very beginning. This is one of the first things that I read, but I do also believe that it's important to read tafsir as well, just in order to get a more full understanding of all of the context of these verses. Those are just kind of all the books that I had to share today. I just want to say thank you all for watching, and please make sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to see more content.